Namo Bangsu Tikamoni Pak, Namo Bangsu Tikamoni Pak, Namo Bangsu Tikamoni Pak, Satu Satu Satu, Amitabha, Amitabha, Amitabha. Have a good morning, everyone. Have a blessed good morning. It's a beautiful morning. And the reason why I say it's a beautiful morning is because you are awake. We're here together. And in this present moment, we have the choice to do something better than we did yesterday, or continue, or to continue the good that we were doing yesterday onto the present moment, the current moment in the waking day right now. So it's always a good thing to have positive affirmations for yourself. Positive affirmations for yourself, especially in the morning, it's crucial. Very important for you guys to have the best crucial information for your mind is to tell yourself that you love yourself, you're worth your time, you're worth your effort. No matter the mistakes that you have made in the past is gone. The present is here now. You're worth your time, you're worth your effort. You're worth your time, you're worth your effort, you're worth your space, you're worth your peace, you're worth a breath of fresh air. Don't forget to breathe, man. A lot of us are not breathing properly. If it's a deep breath, take a deep breath in and let the breath out, and think about how peaceful that is. Just being able to breathe, just a couple breaths of fresh air in and out. Just being able to breathe, not think about anything. Not thinking, not wanting, not craving, not rejecting. Just breathing and relaxing for a moment. No choices, no rejections. Just breathing and being. No regrets, no desires. Just like the waves of the ocean, they come in and they recede back into the ocean. Your feelings, they arise and you push them right back into the ocean where they came. A few breaths in, a few breaths out. Now that you're more calm, you can see that even that for 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, if you're able to hold that concentration to your breath and the sanctuary that it gives you, next time increase it to 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and keep increasing as long as you possibly can. No thoughts about the world, no thoughts about what the world is doing, no thoughts about your downfalls, no thoughts about your happiness. You just sit and abide in peace. And this is peaceful abiding. You abide for peace and you stay away from what pulls your peace away. Living in abundance. Try your best to live in abundance. Abundance meaning you have everything that you need to be in the moment, to be at peace. And you realize that your peace and your tranquility is always with you at all times. You didn't have to buy it. You didn't need to tap into Bitcoin to get it. You didn't need government approval. You didn't need to knock on anyone's door and ask if you could do it. You weren't threatened. Your life wasn't threatened because you did it. Is it addicting? Yes, it is. But this is the addiction that is good for you. This is a wholesome addiction. This type of craving and wanting is not the same type of craving and wanting that is characterized inside the sutras. Characterized according to Buddhas, this is a positive type of craving. It is because the English language does not make a distinction between the two, but I'll try. This type of craving is a wanting, but this is a positive wanting. I want to do better. I want to be better at being better. This is encouragement for you to be your authentic self. Have yourself a cup of coffee, and hopefully if you come online, we can have a conversation, have a talk. It's about 8:30 in the morning, 8:13 in the morning here in Vietnam, and it's actually late morning. This is actually a late morning here, so it's not like it's very early in the morning. I have my routine, so this is the only time I can come on. I'm trying to be a little more active online so people can, so I can see when is the best time for myself to come online and talk to people about monk life, happiness, the changing world, but the unchanging love and desire to be one with yourself. So I'm trying different times to come online on YouTube, not so much on Instagram and TikTok. I feel there's a little more freedom here, and freedom is life. Freedom is life. We're in a weird situation where trying to be free is extremely difficult. There is no freedom anywhere anymore. Doesn't matter if you're in the west and the east, the south, or the north. Freedom is not free anywhere. There's all types of restrictions. And social media that we have now is definitely not free to do anything that you want or talk about things that are going to promote change in people's mindsets, change in behaviors, change in the way that we go about life. There's all types of restrictions, especially when it talks about your artistic expression. If you talk about artistic expression, then you're heavily censored. You can't use this music. This music is banned. Your sites have been blocked. You can't even say anything about current situations in the world without getting your site shut down, even if they're completely true and said by others in the media. They're allowed to, but you can't. So there's a lot of red tape when you're using social media. And these things, not only do they frustrate you, they cause anxieties and they make you want to give up, which is the plan. They want to make you give up. But we don't give up. Love, peace, harmony, prosperity, and freedom is a right for every human being. We like these things. We all like these things. But it seems that the world and the way it's going, we're starting to realize that all human beings are seeking the same things: shelter, health, good health care, affordable housing, a place we can go, we feel loved, and we feel that we're able to express ourselves without persecution. To be able to nurture and take care of ourselves. We're starting to all realize that we're all kind of in the same boat. A wise person told me, be careful what people consider to be wisdom and knowledge. When a culture stops producing things that is valuable for the world, they return back to praise of their culture and praise of their race. And it's one of the truest things I've ever found to be pretty true. When a culture, a people, stops producing anything of value, when they stop producing anything of value, they return back to praising their race and their tribe and their clan. As if that is an accomplishment. You didn't choose to be that race. You didn't choose to be that color. You didn't choose to be that culture. You're just fortunately born into that vessel so you can get work done. It has nothing to do about praising this and that. You were just born inside that vessel. And it doesn't mean you're going to stay that way. In your rebirth, maybe you'll be born into the body of a centipede. Maybe in your rebirth, you'll be born in the body of an angel. Maybe in the rebirth, you'll be born in the body of a god. Don't be so proud on something that is not underneath your control. It depends on your karma, depends on your accumulation of good and bad deeds. I want to be able to see if I can see who's online. Sometimes when I get online, I can't see who's actually paying attention to the lesson for today, but I do want to tell you that don't give up on yourself. You can't give up on yourself because you're all you got. Don't depend on your parents, your children, your job, your workplace, your masters, your teachers. You have to depend on yourself to wake up in the morning. You have to wake up in the morning by yourself. You have to do your best to get ready to be your best participant in the game of your life. It is you that have to take care of yourself, and you want to make yourself happy. Make yourself happy independent of others. Don't wait for someone else to do the job that you can do for yourself. Really, that's a real thing. Some of the things that I've learned on this path of Buddhism, and I don't know if you're just joining me now. I see somebody putting up some hearts and things, and I don't know if you're just joining me now, but my name is Bante Panya, or Jihui, Jihui 老师, Jihui 老师, and I've been a Buddhist monk for 10 years throughout Southeast Asia. And I've been living in Asia longer than 10 years. Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan. And what I've learned is you have to let things go. You can't hold on to everything. If you hold on to everything in your life that hurts you, that harmed you, it makes you physically heavy. It makes the steps you take heavy. It makes your life heavy. It makes your bones brittle, and it makes your smile damper. Your smile is very important. You being happy is very important. You taking your time to Be light with yourself is very important. That's what's pushing you through to be able to be a world global traveler for such a long time. You have to look at things with a lot of humor. Even the karma that is against you or for you, you have to look at it with a bit of humor. Stay lighthearted. Don't take life that serious. It doesn't take you serious. So why would you take life that serious? Life does not take you that serious, man. And I know some of you probably don't like to hear that, but life doesn't even take life that serious. That's why it comes and goes so fast. It doesn't mean to be humorous or risk the lives of other people. It just means don't be so serious, man. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your growth. Enjoy acquiring wisdom. Not information, I mean acquiring wisdom. Be disattached from things that tell you you must buy, you must have. That's the biggest lie we ever seen in our lives. That is the biggest lie we're ever told, is that we must have something right now at the moment. Because as soon as they're telling you to buy it and you get it, it's old. And there's something else that's going to come in its place to tell you need to also buy that then and there and that at that moment. And it continues and continues and continues. There's always going to be more. There's always going to be upgrades. So you're never missing out on anything. I did this. I had this little post that I put up day before yesterday, something like that, and it was saying that never feel unhappy for helping. Don't feel unhappy or ashamed or feel small because you helped somebody, a person, a project. Don't feel bad for that. You should feel bad for the people who had seen, were able to help that same opportunity and they didn't. They saw the same opportunity as you. They had the same thoughts as you and they didn't help. These are the people you need to feel bad for. That they saw an opportunity to raise the bar for us as human beings, and they didn't take the opportunity to do so. You see the world suffering out here. You see people out here dying. You see people out here on drugs. You see people out here dying to make a connection to what is great, dying to make a connection to what is wholesome, dying to be with people they can trust. You saw that opportunity and you let it pass. Why? Why did you do that for? And then you get mad at the people because there was somebody that stood up amongst the ranks of men, of good-hearted men, good-hearted women, and they took up the responsibility, and you get mad at them. You try to discourage them. You try to put them down because they did something that you could have, but you didn't want to. It's because your heart is dull. Your heart to do what is right is dull. It is distinguishing. It's giving greediness. It's giving I don't careism. Your heart is giving greediness. We have to do more to help each other. You don't see the world out here going crazy? The world is going crazy everywhere. Then you have a moral responsibility to do the opposite. What is the opposite? You have to pack in your messages full of love. You got to pack a deeper message full of commitment to do righteousness, wholesomeness. You have to be prepared to sweat and be generous. You have to prepare to be to forgive those who make big mistakes. You think they don't know they're making mistakes? They've been making mistakes their whole life. That's all they know how to do is make mistakes. That's all they know how to do is push people away. That's all they know how to do is make people angry. And they do it on purpose because they are scared. They do it on purpose because they are scared that you are going to give up on them, just like the person who they trusted. They put their heart and love into, and they gave up on them. So it is a test of your own integrity, Buddhist. It is a test of your own integrity. Someone is going to poke you. Someone is going to prod you. Someone is going to aggravate you. Someone is going to frustrate you because they want to make sure they can trust you. They want to make sure that they can trust you with the truths that you hold. Don't be so quick to discourage people. Don't be so quick to discourage people just because they didn't come in a package. Just because they didn't come in a package that you expect for yourself. Okay? Many people did that to me. They don't want to deal with me because I'm black. They don't want to deal with me because I'm black in an all Asian community. It happens many times. And I know some of you, oh God, why do you have to bring race into it? Well, it's a real factor. Don't think I didn't forget about it. I'm a clearly tall black man in Asia, taller than everyone. I cannot be missed. Okay. I cannot be missed anywhere I go. So I understand quite well about the situations that I have to go through. Oh, that light's not that good, is it? Remember, while you're flying high in the sky, feeling the blessed gift of the Dharma, when you are flying as a bird in the sky, all right? Remember, when you flap your wings, you're also cooling off the rest of the people that are sitting down beside you. Don't think that the small things that you do don't mean anything. The small things add up more than the big things that you do. Namo beautiful. Namo Azirapad. Namo Airapad. The small things add up more than the big. Don't get it misinterpreted. The reason I say that is because it's more likely that you will do small things repetitively before you do the big things very rarely. The small things you do all the time, every day, every other day. The big things, maybe you do once a week, maybe you do once a month. So don't rely on the one time you've done a positive thing for your karma that is going to take you through and lead you to success. That's delusion, my man. That is a delusion. Think about the small things you do every day that accumulate. We are people that are trying to accumulate positivity, accumulate better karma for ourselves so we can give it back to others. The Bodhisattva way. We want to give it back to those who are in need. Do you understand? There's not that many people on today. I think there's about maybe 3 people. It's a lot of people, isn't it? It doesn't matter. Hopefully, the people that are here, these are the three people that are watching, the 2 to 3 people are watching. Hopefully, these are people that will be able to make an impact on their environment, the impact around them to make people want to do better and be better. Remember, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. I'd rather have 2 people online that sincerely change their lives and sincerely change their life for the better, reach Nibbana, reach enlightenment before I do, than be online with 200 people who have nothing to do with the Dharma and just sit, ridicule, and are here for no reason other than just watching for entertainment. That's more important as quality more than quantity. And that's real. One of the best things that you could ever possibly do is for a gift, giving somebody, is your undivided peace and attention. You don't always have to give a reply, but to give people your undivided attention, your support, just sitting next to them, maybe even holding their hand when their times are rough, or just being a good Samaritan is enough. You don't always have to talk. You don't always have to come with a gift. People's presence matters. People's presence, your presence matters. And I don't say that for no reason. You need to think about elderly people. The elderly people, 70s, 80 years old, they have no family members, or maybe their family members are little, that passed different states. Elderly people, a lot of them are missing conversations. They're missing talking to the youth. They're missing having somebody to just be around. So if you ever get a chance, or you have the opportunity, or you have a situation where you're able to just be a calm voice to your neighbor, an elderly person, kind to an elderly person, help an elderly person. Do you know how much positive karma you can rack up just doing the things that people ignore? Saying hello to your elderly neighbor, helping them do something, helping them cut their grass, helping them bring something in, or just having a cup of tea with them. Do you know how much that means to a person? I know that we're in a world where we don't have a lot of time, and time is of the essence, and time is something that doesn't wait for anyone. But if you do have time, check on your people, check on them. Check on them. They'll be surprised, I promise you. They will be so happy that you, as a young person, put your ego down and was like, hey, how are you? How you doing today? I haven't seen you. Do you want me to pull your garbage can out for you? You tell me the times that you need your garbage can, and I'll just take it for you. You want to have a cup of tea and talk? You don't feel, what's wrong with you that you don't feel safe doing the things that we need to have a strong society, a strong community? You're too busy with your weak life that you can't have a cup of tea with an old person, a grandpa, a grandma, somebody's grandpa, somebody's grandpa, a cup of coffee with them. Ask them questions about when they were younger. Ask them questions about cooking. Ask them what they feel about the world today. When you are on a mission to increase your wisdom, it will bring you amongst the seats of the wise. You will start to crave wisdom from places that are ancient, places that are old, places that are packed full of wisdom and knowledge of the elder years. The gift of the Dharma that you give, radiating from yourself, radiating from yourself to others, is one of the best gifts of the world. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to be a member. Love and kindness, you don't need to be a member. We all have it. This is the beautiful thing about the Buddha and Buddhism. There's no conversion. You don't need to convert. There's no conversion. You be happy, you be generous, you be kind. This is the ethic of Buddhism. This is the etiquette of the Buddha. There's no conversion. You just stop doing stupid things. You're a Buddhist. Food satisfies someone for a day. Money may help for a month. But the Dharma can change the direction of a whole entire life. Satiate your palate on happiness. Fill your stomach full of happiness that other people, equanimity, or having joy in other people's joy, and be full on that. That is a good source of nutrients for yourself, your soul, your conscience, whatever you want to call it. I'm happy because they're happy. I'm content because my friends are content. I'm content because my neighbors are content. Don't you know that giving, whether it is physical giving, it is verbal giving, physical, verbal offerings, acts of generosity, these clear your mind? This is what gets the weight off of your shoulders. Knowing that you did your best, I did my best to make my carbon footprint in humanity lighter. I did my best. And if I was to go, pass away, die, or get hit by a bus at this moment, I did my best. I tried to do what was right when I had the opportunity to do the opposite. I could have been greedy. I could have been ugly. I could have been scheming. I could have been vile. I could have been a thief. I could have saved it for myself. And I rejected all these whispers because I wanted to see you happy. I want to see you happy. You don't want to support that? I want to see you grow. I don't care if it's above me first. I want to see you flourish. So I can come in your garden. I can come in your bustling garden of fruit, flowers, and vegetation, and I can take a rest there. So it's not about who goes first and who goes last. I just want you to be happy. Who's got a problem with that? I don't know. I don't have a problem with that. Clear the mind. When you clear the mind, you clean your heart. You clean your heart. You help people realize that there is people in the world who are actually working to make humanity better. The news, social media, movies, all forms of information are always telling you negative things all day. Negative, negative, negative. They never tell you anything good. And if it is something good, it's always have something negative attached to it. So-and-so did this. Why can't you just be like, people came together and planted a garden? The people of this area, they came together and they built a charity center, an outreach center. It's always got to be attached with somebody's name and their business that they're attached to. And my name is on top of it. I'm a good person because my name is attached to it. Well, this therefore is taking away from the good deed that you've done. Now you became a person who is just worried about their name in society and doesn't care about the good that they do. They just want to put their name on it so they can be famous, which is a pretty ugly trope, by the way. Do things because it needs to be done. Don't care about if your name is attached to it. There's a lot of people that say, well, they never put my name. They never put my name attached to the good that I do, so I don't want to give anymore. That should tell you right now that their intention is mixed with some type of control or power. And this is what we don't want. But never mind that. Give because your heart tells you to give. Give because your heart tells you not to give. It doesn't matter. Little things add up, and people are watching you. Your children are watching, the birds are watching you, even animals are watching you. Even the animals are watching you. Do you think it's just human beings? If you keep giving for an animal, for example, you keep giving to a dog every day, you keep giving to a dog. And in the realm and world of the dogs, maybe they see another dog who is suffering more than them. Even the dog will give a piece of food, a bone, or whatever you give, and give it to that animal. So it's not just about human interaction. We're talking about human interaction with all sentient beings. The ripple effect of goodness. Don't think it is something small. That is what we live for. We are cracking the matrix of evil. We're cracking and destroying the matrix of greed. We are dismantling the matrix of envy, spite, hate, greed. All of this, we need to let it go. The Buddha emphasized on intention repeatedly. And he always said that it is not the size of the gift that matters, it is the intention behind it. It is the intention behind the gift that matters most, not the size. Someone may give a fortune-seeking fame. Another may give a cup of water with genuine compassion. And the one that gave water may generate greater merit because of the heart is purer. Somebody might give you $1,000, but it comes at the expense of your freedom. And another person maybe give you $1. And their intention is for you to be freed from the suffering of economical traps, financial enslavement. Which one do you think is going to be better? The one that wants you to be free from suffering. That intention is better from the one who gives you something with the notion that is going to fish hook you in the mouth, that is going to entrap you later on. You will. In the Islamic text, they say innamal a'mal bil niyya. It means that a person does workings by according to their intention. Innamal a'mal bil niyya. And every person shall get what they intended. Intention is the the combustion for the engine of your motivation to go out and do something. Intention is the spark or the flame for you to get up and act on that intention. But there's also something else before intention that is also important that many people overlook. It is called discernment, and this is part of the Eightfold Path of Buddhism. It is called discernment. After you've made a decisive decision, after you have made the decision and can tell, wait a minute, this is what's going on. Now I make my intention. Now I motivate myself to act upon that intention. And a lot of people, we make this mistake. We have a good intention, but we didn't make the proper discernment or distinguishing what is actually happening. And when our intentions don't get met, we become saddened. It is because we didn't look properly at what's going on, what's happening. Do you get it? So it is very, very important to, when you see and have an intent for something, look at your surroundings, what's happening. It is going to actually, is it actually going to work in this? And is my intention going to work the way I want to with what is going on? It's like you wanting to be a farmer and you have a seed and you have intention to feed people. You want to grow a place where people could go and bask and relax underneath the shades of trees. Beautiful intention. You have a beautiful idea inside your mind. But what do you do with your seed? Fertile seed. You take it and you plant it in the incorrect soil. And then you become sad later. So your discernment before your intention is important. You have to decide, wait a minute, I have a beautiful seed. Is the soil over here fertile? Is this good planting soil or not? I don't want to waste the seed. Over there is cement powder. That's not fertile. This ground over here is toxic. I found a good place for this seed to grow in this a good soil. And this is what happens to your intention. Put your intention in a place that'll grow properly. Another thing that is going to help us with our intention, help us with our giving, helping with us being generous, helping with us relieving the pressure off of our heart, the pressure off of our back, the pressure, frustration off our mind, is making sure that we give to people that are going to be virtuous people. You don't give $1 million to a, for example, a drug addict. You don't give $1 million. You don't give $100 to a drug addict, a habitual drug addict, an alcoholic. You're supplying if you give $100 to a drug addict or alcoholic, you are enabling them to destroy their lives more. You don't give gasoline to a pyromaniac. You understand? You don't give a bunch of matches and flames, gasoline, and combustible material to a person that likes to cause fires. That's what you do. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you give where it needs to be, where it's going to benefit your karma and benefit their karma, as well as ripple effect. Okay, you want to give to people who are sincere. You want to give $100 to a millionaire? You want to give $100 to a millionaire? That's like you giving him 1 penny. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you give him or not. He's already got 1,000. Make sure you give to people that are sincere. I've had that happen before. You give your sincere earnings. You give you what was sincere to you, what is special to you, to a person who has a ton of everything. They don't care about what you give. They'll take your gift and look at it and say thank you, and right in front of your face, give it to somebody else. I've had that happen too. Made me feel like garbage. I hated that. I didn't like that. That did not make me feel good. I didn't like that, but I couldn't show it on my face. It was inconsiderate, very inconsiderate. And a lot of people, they don't know that they're very inconsiderate because they're not practicing the art of, what's that word? Empathy. They don't have empathy. They're just actors. They're characters playing a role, but they don't really have empathy. They don't care if they hurt your feelings or not because they're always hurting people's feelings, monk or nun. Do you understand? A lot of people don't be fooled because somebody has a robe and a bald head, or she has a robe and a bald head means she's going to be empathetic for you, or she's going to be very affectionate to you with your needs or what. They don't care. They're human beings. They'll make mistakes too. They'll make a lot of mistakes. And you realize a lot of people are just putting on these robes, hiding their evil character behind the robes that they wear. They're hiding their evil character between the soft-spoken words. But when you really start to look at them and pay attention, these guys are nuts. Make sure you give to people that know how to cultivate love and kindness. Do they know how to cultivate love and kindness? Are these people who are sincere? Are they people that have virtue? Not hang-ups. Are these people who are practicing the Dharma? Meaning practicing truth as the way the truth is. I didn't say Buddhist. I said people who are practicing the truth as the way truth is. This is not about a clan. You're not a Buddhist, I want to help you. I didn't say nothing like that, and I never will. It's about being with people who want to practice the truth as the truth is, practicing morality as morality is. This is what I'm putting forth towards you. Generosity is measured not only by quantity, but also about the quality of the mind of the person that you're giving to, the quality of the mind and the spiritual benefit that it supports and who you're supporting. We can do better, but we must use our mind. We must use our talent of distinguishing how to double up on our giving of love and happiness and compassion for others. We have to develop a higher sense of value in how we give to people. Of course, you can give to somebody in need. You can give to somebody in need. But if they don't have proper sense of how to use their mind, they're going to take what is good for them to get better, and it's going to make them worse. Or you can give it to somebody who understands, has a little more virtue, a little more self common sense, and you give them something and they'll take it and they'll double it and give it to the next person. Do you understand what I'm going at now? Do you understand what I'm getting at? I'm going to take my rest for this morning. I'll come back on later and see if I can catch some people online. If there's anything that I've said that goes against the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, the Bodhisattva, please forgive everything, forget everything that I've said, revert back to the text, revert back to the scholars of meditation, the Ajahns, return back to the masters of meditation and the way of the Lord Buddha. What I say is always can be changed. depending on the information that I get that is aligned with the truth closer than what I've understood it to be. I speak from my own experiences with the Buddhism. And with that being said, I take my leave. Satu, 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 satu. Ayuan sukang patlang. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. I'll stay on for a second just if there's any questions, if anybody has any questions of anything. Brother Mustafa, salam alaikum. Salam alaikum, Mustafa. Salam alaikum, Gurdesh. So I'll stay on just for a little bit and see if there's anybody that comes on, if they have any questions about anything. I really hope that this talk was beneficial for you guys, because it was beneficial for me to be able to share this with you, because a lot of these things I don't see people talking about. And I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about, because I've been there, I've done that, I'm still doing it, I'm still in it. And I feel very passionate about these things, because these are things that we overlook too much. We're overlooking them too much. You understand what I'm saying? We can do better. We can. We can fully do better. We can do better, man. I think you know it as well as I know it. For those of you that do offer donations, I really appreciate it. They go towards the fund of me trying to establish a center back in America. I haven't established here yet. I'm thinking about Atlanta. So if anyone is interested in kind of getting together and we talk about how we can make that something happen, I would love that to transpire. Let's talk about it. Let's really get this ball moving. I wonder if I can. Let me see if I can do something here. It's a good day to be good, you guys. It is really a good day to be good. Okay, brothers and sisters, I want to take my leave for this morning, finish my cup of coffee, and do some walking meditation. Try to refresh that battery and do a little bit of walking meditation. Peace, blessings, love, and light. Amita for. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.